What's up, everyone? It is the Mister. How y'all doing? Hopefully, you are doing well. Just a couple quick announcements today. First, I wanted to just remind everyone that for the entire month of December, we are kind of doing a final push for our Extra Life goal. We are trying to hit a team goal of 15K. So, I have decided that for the entire month of December, any donations that I get, whether they're through bits or PayPal or subs, 100% of them are going to be donated to Extra Life at the end of the month. If I have enough in my PayPal, I will cover it. But if not, we may have some that kind of transfers over into next month. So please keep that in mind. Also, I did want to apologize for missing Sunday's stream. We had a lot going on, and by the time that it hit the point where I could stream, it was like real late, and I wasn't going to be able to stream that late. So I literally would have started, maybe got an hour's worth of stream in, and then that would have been all I really could have committed to. So I figured just better to cancel and then catch up on some stuff. So what is going on here, guys? There we go. Okay, so those of you that are here, I do welcome you in. Let's jump into TeamSpeak real quick. It looks like Heather is in there, and it also looks like my camera deal is showing a little bit of pink on the wall. Let's fix that real quick. Okay, and let's jump in to TeamSpeak.
Sound resumed.
In TeamSpeak, we have Heather. What's up, Heather?
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. I've got some good news. So I'll share with you in a minute.
You saved 15% on car insurance?
No, you'd have to do that first.
And we wouldn't say if we would actually lose money.
Probably.
And then, what was that? Let me figure this out real quick. Right. Okay, so got to head over to Rhodes and see what's going on there. Okay. Other than that, let's see. Let's go ahead and we also have Frank in TeamSpeak. What's up, Frank?
Hello, hello.
How you doing?
Doing good. It's been a long week and it's on day.
Well, yeah, but you just got done saying that you pretty much had the rest of the week, right?
Yeah, I had the rest of the week of manual labor, not book work.
Wow. Okay. So, need to figure out.
Because today in the mail we got about a total of bills that came in all at once. What I said earlier, it's the most expensive time of the year.
Right. But you get some new equipment out of it, right?
Hopefully. I haven't decided if we're getting a truck or a tractor yet, but I hope we get the tractor. I can work with the tractor better than I can the truck. Right now, our current tractor's two-wheel drive, where we need a front-wheel assist. 9 horse for this new. Current tractor we have that we're going to be trading in.
Yeah.
A little too small, and the front wheel, not having front wheel assist doesn't help any with village stuff we need to get done. On a disc or a scraper, so. I just remember to say this. That it's plumbed for a load. The tractor we're looking at is also plumbed for a loader. We're not going to use it, but it's plumbed for it.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have options, right?
Yeah. As we don't need a loader tractor, and even then that tractor is too small for the type of load work we do with it.
Yeah, no, we're kind of in the situation ourselves where we've got a lot of, oh, how to put it, let's just call it old, outdated equipment, to the point where it's kind of like hitting its last leg, and it's been neglected for so long because people wanted to try and save a dime, that I'm actually going through and either fixing or replacing. Is that a bounty? Replacing things. And
So,
as I
sorry.
am going through it, they're like, oh, normally you would just try and like fix it up and like kind of refurbish the stuff, and I can't, because it's like so far gone that you have to replace it. So we're going to be going through a decent amount of money at work ourselves.
Yeah, I understand that completely, because that's what I'm currently dealing with.
Didn't I just do this? 19 months already. Still a pain in my side.
Well, it happens. It happens, Heather.
I'm gonna hold my comment.
Everything is closed, it looks like.
So you want to know my news?
What's that?
Sure.
I went and got some new emotes, right?
Aww.
She just sent me 2 of them done.
Like done,
Nice.
or going through the review thing again?
No, they're not like done, but like she finished crafting or making them and sent me the proofs of them.
Okay.
And oh my god, I cannot wait until I can get these on my channel. You guys, these are cool.
Of course.
If you guys have not checked out Fiverr yet, go do it. It's so easy.
Boy is a hunter.
Mister, I keep telling you.
I know. I still have to have the ideas, though. I'm not opposed to going through and,
I'm so sorry, Sheriff.
you know, having someone make them. I just literally don't know what
We did.
to do. Like, you have to give them an idea to start with. And that's what I'm completely lacking.
Yeah. I keep
I
telling
know.
John. John needs to do the same thing because he's got all these like emo slots. He's got ideas. He just doesn't have anybody to do them. Well,
No.
go on Fiverr and just literally pick somebody and.
Well, no. John was saying the same thing. He doesn't have the ideas either. That's why he doesn't have any. You know, a lot of the ones that have been made is like, oh, I have an idea for it, and that person's gone ahead and, you know, made one. But in general, like, I just don't have the slightest
I told
idea.
you we was moving up in this world. Deputies. You have finally lost your mind. Amongst these drunkards, hillbillies, and slavers, good honest thieves like us, we're bound to be.
I know if I had, you know, got affiliate and whatnot, 2 of the emotes I'd have would be a
You are bad.
welding hood, cowboy hat.
There is shine in them woods, though, and it is cost in this county its good name, and the state a whole lot of income. You boys don't mind rooting it out.
Twitcher, I just, I guess, started chapter 3.
Not a problem.
It's kind of where you just move to the second camp right outside of Rhodes. I literally just got to that point.
Liquor never dulled a good man's senses. Arthur, you ride with the deputy. Bill and I will follow.
I have kind of been taking it slow. Kind of, whenever I see a side mission or any of that, I kind of take care of that stuff.
Archibald,
How are you?
pretty good.
And your friend is behaving himself?
Oh, yes. I think he's learned his lesson.
Congratulations on becoming a temporarily deputized citizen of Scarlet Meadows County. Most towns just get bounty hunters to do their dirty work these days, but Sheriff Gray believes the law should keep the law.
And I'm
Now,
not opposed
I'm sure
to
I don't
keeping the
need to
law.
remind you, there's a chain of command
That's kind of what
here.
kind of what I try to do going through these games. Anyways, I've never really got on the whole outlaw side of it.
You'll be just fine.
Sure.
Not on purpose, anyways.
Hey, Archibald wants to remind us he's in charge here.
Of course.
Who else would be?
But you were a big help with them Anderson boys, and I put in a very good word with the sheriff on your behalf.
We appreciate that.
We rounded up the others soon after. I'm pushing for the rope myself, but that's by the by.
So, these moonshine.
Not just any moonshiners, Braithwaites. I told you about the Braithwaites.
Pretty sure you did.
Old Cotton family had a fortune at one point until, well, a few changes in the labor laws. Now they're dealing in moonshine. We found their stills hidden all over Lemoyne. Quick as we destroy one, another one pops up. You could call it a pitiful fall from grace, if they had any grace to start with.
I have no time for tax dodgers.
Not to mention the fact that Catherine Braithwaite has a rather expensive interest in thoroughbred horses to maintain.
But I heard something about it being gold these families were fighting over.
Well, that's the rumor. But the Greys and the Braithwaites think the others stole a fortune from them. But it happened so long ago, I don't know for sure if it's true.
Must be tough being rich, huh?
I definitely
So
like
I
the story.
imagine.
The story in this game is pretty dead on.
That badge rather suits you, Mr. W.
Yes. I thought so too.
Does it feel good to be back at it? Serving your country?
I wouldn't go that far.
Whoa! Whoa! Hold up. You see that wagon?
Well, let's just take a look.
These damn flies. I swear they got it in for me.
You could try washing once in a while.
Dear me, that don't look good. Oh. Come on, mister. Keep your eyes open.
Oh, that's awesome. Absolutely no weapons.
No. This must have happened recently. Hey, come have a look at this. Deputy, get over here, please.
I'm working on it. And I was just by there and you didn't say anything.
Suit and tie. One bullet clean through the forehead.
Ooh, that was a hit.
Well, my money says this is the handiwork of a gang called the Lemoyne Raiders.
Yeah, I've run into them.
Let's see if we've got any identification.
It depends on
Okay.
Twitch. I am playing
We
it
should
through
get
the
it going.
single player story mode.
I'll send
the-
someone over here later.
It depends
to
on
clean this
how
up.
you want to play the game, honestly. Because what I tend to do is go through and play it a little bit more on the law-abiding side. And so what I tend to do is you'll hit a certain point in the game where you can actually start
Would you mind taking the reins?
oh, what you
Have a
call
look
it?
at these papers.
You can start fencing the
I'll direct you.
the carriages and horses. That's actually a fairly decent way of doing it, but you want to make
We
sure
could go a
that
little
you
faster, don't you? Okay. Frederick Mitchell.
make sure that you're
State
how to put it.
Yes,
Okay, you know what?
certainly
I'll
smashed
just show you on the map what I did initially. So this is kind of your starting area here, and right around this area is where your camp is to start with, right? Now, right here is the Cornwalls, kerosene, and tar. Okay, this whole back area, there's normally 2 wagons that are sitting in here that are full of the kerosene tankards, basically. And what I would always do is, whenever I was in the area, I'd go over there because you can steal the carts from them because it doesn't cause your honor or anything to go down. And then I would take that and I would go all the way over here and fence it. And I got a decent amount for that. Or anytime a
Appears to me, ex-army free staters without an ounce of respect
anytime
for the law.
like raiders
Seven
would show up,
government officials,
I would
they
always steal like the horses, and I would always get a lot of the stuff from them.
Oh, and I know
Pretty
the
much
brave
any
folks are
hides
in business with them.
from animals, I would sell those if they weren't perfects.
Trash, my Uncle Reginald used to say.
And then
A few stories.
whenever you're hunting, you're gonna get the extra
Town sheriff.
parts. So whenever you're full on something, making sure you're selling those too.
He had one tiny hand.
So there's not any real big one thing that raises your money quick. There are a couple of missions that you get to that will give you a decent amount of money from them.
I'm sure I wouldn't.
And that's really all I've ever done for money.
Here we are. So what was I saying?
Something about the Braithwaites, I think.
Even saying that word makes me sick.
Okay.
Now, anyone we find here, we bring in alive, understood?
Sure. I mean, the only thing I have is this here rope, so I guess that's all I'm gonna be able to do.
Let's see what we're dealing with.
Everyone else has got weapons but me.
See? See? What did I tell you, boys? What did I say? I said this place was crawling with vermin.
All
and we
the
just called
vermin.
ourselves the rat's nest par excellence, as they say in Paris. My aunt, she went to Paris back in '78.
handle this.
Well, the way I said
Actually, let my friend here decide. He doesn't have your fine way with words, but he is definitely the man for the job.
Let's split up. Arthur and Bill, me and Archibald. You boys want right or left?
Oh, you know what? Let's take the right.
We'll take the right.
Let's stop these filthy, degenerate tax dodgers. The cheek of them. A fine idea.
Remember what he said. We need them alive. Let's just knock them out and then tie them up.
Got it. Deputy Williamson.
Okay, now I have just basically have to avoid the little white parts, because the white will actually show where they're looking.
We won't catch the rider. Grab the other fellow. Damn. Someone's coming. Stay out of sight. Anthony! Anthony, where you at, boy? Goddamn fool. Where you at, boy? Anthony!
I mean, I'll do all the work, Bill.
Come here. Right. Let's gather them up.
Oh, Okay, where's the turn? Come on, fly.
Just drop him with the others. I think that's it. Well, what do we do now?
We better destroy all this. Any of your boys can handle explosives?
Sure, anyone but him.
So,
Think you're real funny, don't you?
tell me about the...
That is the last time I'll mention it, I swear.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, is it actually going to make me plant the distillery?
Hash for the kids.
And Witcher, thank you very much for those bits for the kids. It is very much appreciated. Throw it, throw. Oh. What in the heck?
Please tell me you're almost done, Arthur. Sure. Just a second.
There we go. Oh, this is gonna be end bad. I don't know why this game does that to me. It literally, as soon as I clicked to go move, my mouse ended up off screen and it was on my other screen. We'll go from checkpoint. Yeah, the issue is I'm playing it off of single PC setup, and this game, like just about every other game, I can play it off of a game capture, and for some reason this game will not do a game capture. Okay, so that'll work. Yeah, well, give me a gun. I guess I'll have to use these. Nope. There it is. Really, Bill? Any other time and you'd be out of sight.
is that all you got? Where did these sons of bitches come from?
Alright, boys, we're putting you out of business. We're getting blood for every drop of that shot.
God damn it!
Come on. Okay, that was different.
I hear airplanes.
Yep.
Look out, we got more coming up!
Yeah, we live near a base, so
Yeah.
was gonna try and get another. Come on! Did it again to me, guys.
I don't see any more. Do you?
Oh, let's see here. What window am I missing?
Fine by me.
Okay.
Go before any more show up.
If the girls are being loud, it's because they're right outside your door.
Oh, I know. I'm fully aware.
And I'm trying to get them to stop, but you know. I'll be back.
All right. Let's see. Is there any extra stuff in here? Doesn't look like it. Now, what I should do, and I don't know if it's going to let me, is there's a carriage over here. And this is kind of what I was saying, like, this mission, if it'll let me, there's the carriage. I normally would go through and take the carriage afterwards. And then you can actually go and pawn it and get money for the carriage. Now, like I said, I don't know if this one will let me, but I'm definitely going to attempt it. And then the other thing that the game will normally rush you through doing is going through and doing this looting. Depending on the mission, sometimes you can actually go through and get all the bodies looted. Especially right now, I'm actually doing, this is a mission where you're kind of like acting deputy, so it gives you as much time. It depends on the quality, honestly, but I think the oil ones that I've gotten have gotten me upwards of $30. Like, there's nothing in this game that really gives you a ton to begin with. I could have sworn it was H, but what is the deal? And I'm sure you guys can hear my kids in the background because they're deciding it's an awesome time to be allowed right outside my door. Yeah, H. So why is it not working? Weird. Okay. Well, let's see. Yeah, they won't even let me take the carriage. maybe we'll try going back here in a second after this little cutscene. I don't think you can play 21, but there's the Hold'em. There's the,
Forgive me.
I forget what it's called, but the whole knife thing going back and forth. There's that one. There's bounty hunters.
The last of the moonshine.
Sure. Would you like us to?
Well, I normally take it for personal consumption. It's sort of part of the job. But I better get back home. Why don't I just take a jug or two and leave you boys the rest to show that there's no hard feelings on account of the war?
We are all Americans.
Of course. My cousin, Webster, he used to say some of us is not as American as others, if you know what I mean.
Oh my
Only I
god.
didn't quite.
Oh, right.
Come on, you degenerate, no-good, white trash, hillbilly piece of scum. I know you, Billy Lime.
Finally.
You've always been a piece
Finally.
of crap. Come on, move.
We have a life on a land so stupid, a backwater so backwards that even we are like geniuses.
Bill, get this stuff out of here.
Come on,
You ride with me.
okay.
Should I stash this somewhere near camp, boss?
Yes, show it to Hosea. I'm sure he can find
Okay.
a use for it. Bit of trouble back there, Arthur?
Ain't there always? From what they was yelling, I think they were the buyers.
Old Archibald didn't ask too many questions, so neither should we.
I ain't planning to.
That was worth the effort, though. Deputized and hiding in plain
Okay,
sight.
okay, Dutch, where are you
Lawmen.
bringing us?
These
Because
two families. I mean, I really
we're,
think
like,
we
going
can
off
play
in the middle
this
of
from
nowhere.
all sides. It's got Hosea written all over it.
This is starting to sound like the young Dutch again.
What do you mean, young Dutch? I'm as strong as I have ever been. Hey, you know what? Why don't I race you back?
Just trying to smell something.
What's that?
That's the
Dutch
spirit.
is riding a white horse.
And?
On my word.
That's kind of concerning in a game like this.
What? Game? Well, I have officially lost this one.
Oh jeez.
I mean, I do have a race horse, so
Yeah, you may be able to catch if you take a few shortcuts.
let's see here.
Doesn't feel like 7:45.
Speak for yourself.
Feels like 3:45 in the morning. It's been a very, very long week.
Oh, that's all my weeks ever are anymore.
Yeah, my mother's mother had knee replacement surgery this morning as well.
Yeah, take that, Dutch.
quite so good at running away.
Of course.
Slowed you down quite so much. Well, time is a bastard. When you get to be my age, well, you'll know that better than anything. Be well. I had fun with you today. I was gonna say you're like a son to me. But you're more than that.
Oh, my dude's getting kind of scraggly looking. Okay, so what was it that headshots? Yeah, that'll never happen. I won the race. Complete mission without taking damage. Yeah, that'll never happen. Let's see. We got a fishing mission here? Is that what this is?
What are you doing? Going fishing. The rivers around here, famous for the smallmouth bass. Fella I met showed me a couple spots. You want to join me?
I can't fish with you. You're far too good.
Oh, come on. Hey, join me. I'll show you a couple of my tricks. There's a spot not too far from here that I've been wanting to try out.
Glad you're so excited about this.
You will be too when you start pulling out smallmouth.
I don't know about smallmouth bass, but largemouth bass were always my favorite.
I thought you said it wasn't far.
Too far to walk, though. Yeah, come on.
I have an unpopular opinion. I like walleye.
Well, see, I grew up on there being northern and walleye and pretty much everything, but we didn't always have a whole lot of bass. And the bass that we did have were fighters.
Yep, well, bass are normally fighters anyways.
Now, where I'm at now, it's like the opposite. Every time I've gone fishing, I've gotten some bass, and they're typically smaller mouth bass, and they don't put up much of a fight.
This is nothing exactly new to me.
So I don't know if it's the variety or if it's just the location.
It'd be location. Those ones I fished at different parts of the country are paying to fish for.
We'll die, but we'll stay free.
And Dutch, you don't feel like, well, that he's doing things a little differently now? You saw what happened with that girl on the ferry.
No fight, good or bad, is won without blood. I know that better than most. I think too many people are focusing on Dutch.
I think if I want to do my corn harvest on West Bridge or not.
Maybe you're right.
We'll cut through to the right here.
I think I'll wait on that and put some of the machine up and get the corn harvester in position, and
I rode down to the Lanahatchee
I'll
River.
farm some for a bit.
Beautiful steelhead trout.
You mean the Lanahassee River?
No. The Lanahatchee. It runs right near here.
Yeah, but it's pronounced Lanahassee.
Why is everything in English said differently than it's written? Make us feel stupid?
Oh, you're asking the wrong fella.
Oh, ain't that the truth?
Okay, it's just down the hill here. Easy. Arthur! Okay, come on. Let's go try our luck.
Doing a little bit of stream fishing, huh?
Come on, let's go see what's biting. You take this spot.
Enjoying watching MASH.
Arthur, I'm going to cast from over to the right there, so we're not in each other's way.
Not bad. My field that just got just over 3,000 bushel of canola.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, smallmouth. I guess we'll keep it. It's food. Oh, the lovely water glitch again.
Ready to mess with something I got myself for this map. Excavator for silage. I think we have to tweak the mod though. Bucket curl's not quick enough for my liking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything else is fast, but the bucket curl's sluggish. Wondering some. I got the money.
I'm back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome back. Yep.
User joined your channel.
You have a good one, Zach.
Good night, Zach.
Later, Zach.
User disconnected from your channel.
Your kids have enjoyed the last 2 days off.
Yep. So they're probably all gonna be grumpy Gus's in the morning.
No, they didn't want to, you know. And Natalie just can't. If I have her sister do something or go get something, Nat's gonna argue. So I told Abby, go get me the clothes out of the bathroom. And she was trying to find, you know, her sister's pants and stuff like that. And trying to get her sister, you know, let mom get these in the wash. And she wanted to sit there and argue, so that's what you heard right outside your door. And when they're both sitting there arguing back to each other, I popped them both in the butt and then sent them off. I'm like, you guys can't do this.
They feed early morning or late evening because that's when the insects are more likely to be out.
And Heather,
Yeah.
say this. By give or take Nat's age, we both knew better now already. Both my sister and I. So
I mean, they
that's
the week
just
of
siblings.
Thanksgiving, they got along really well. and I didn't have to get out of them much the week they were off. And now it's just like today we're trying to get them to get stuff cleaned up, and it's just back and forth.
Because that's because they know they're going back to school tomorrow.
I guess it's still relaxing even if I don't catch anything. Sort of like staring at the sky.
It's your bait, I think.
Cold here. It's in the
Oh, it's not
upper 20s right now.
I've always been a poor fisherman.
Let's get down to 15 tonight.
Just try some of my here.
I don't know how cold it's supposed to get here.
Thanks.
Yeah. And probably this weekend I'm gonna start working on the air conditioning system on the Jeep, and Friday I'll take care of the registration on it. Get a check probably Friday or Saturday and go get 5 new tires for it. One of the things I like about having a full-size spare on something like that.
We're 28, 39 tomorrow, and then 48 on Thursday.
You guys can keep it.
It's supposed to heat up a little bit by the end of the week.
You remember that stagecoach we held up in Nevada?
Oh, it's supposed to get colder here by the end of the week.
It was a tip from that.
Yeah,
I'll say we'll have in the next couple weeks is next weekend.
I mean well the snow will be melted a little bit tomorrow. It's supposed to be sunny tomorrow, so
Well,
Yeah.
it was starting to melt today.
yeah.
Bit of a slip and slide.
No, not so much, but it was like wherever there was snow on stuff, you could like see it just like falling off.
Well, not friends, but they had an understanding. Then Combs Main Street
I
got meaner.
don't miss.
Dutch
No.
wanted to try to live a different way.
It snows down here maybe once every 3 or 4 years. Past couple years we've got it in a row. Past 3 years we've gotten it in a row. So I'm not enjoying having to clean up after that. Only 1 year though was measurable enough to actually flower what I call blading snow.
Look at that.
But I've
That's a good looking fish.
Well done.
I have a touch of called I have a touch with the machinery.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I run the blade, I just move just the snow, no dirt or anything like that. I just don't even touch the dirt, but you can see dirt underneath. If that makes sense.
We didn't even shovel this round of snow.
You got one. Another one. He's a fighter.
I was like, eh. If Mr. Wonder that shuffled, he's the one that's gotta get out and go to work. I won't go anywhere until it's gone. I might actually get out tomorrow because I think we probably need to get some groceries and stuff like that in the house.
I have to get out tomorrow, so they're calling for snow next Tuesday night, supposedly.
Oh, it's too far out to worry about snow on Christmas Eve.
Oh yeah.
I just need to get out because maybe not tomorrow, maybe Thursday. Because kids will be home early tomorrow because they get out at 1 o'clock. Oh, our kids
Sorry for
only have
that dog
one full
yap.
day of school, mister, this week.
Let me guess,
sorry to
because
hear that.
tomorrow they have a short day, and then they work or they'll
Tomorrow's
go
their
Thursday,
normal short day.
and then they're off Friday.
No, they get out at 1 o'clock on Friday.
Of course.
Try a few more, then head back.
Why?
Because it's the end of second quarter.
Big whoop.
So they get out at 1 o'clock at the
do-
end of every quarter.
Do you know what the end of the quarter meant for us? Absolutely nothing. It just was the end of the quarter. It was still a full day.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah. high school, I can count on one hand how many snow days we've had the entire time I was going to school.
Well, see, I don't mind snow days.
And I can count on one hand how many times I've had a half day.
Yeah. What bothers me is we were told a number of years ago, oh, we're gonna start doing short days on Wednesdays, and that'll start getting rid of the like in teacher service day stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they now have short days on Wednesdays. They still have the teacher work days, although they don't call it that. If it's conferences, they don't have school. Anytime there's like any kind of holiday coming up, they have an early release. It's just it's ridiculous.
They do not for the holidays.
Well, they do to a point.
No, they don't.
I mean, end of the semesters, I
They
guess,
have
would count.
4 days, or like 4 days a year that they have early release.
Guess my dog's outside. They're going crazy. Oh boy.
That's not a Wednesday.
All I can say is there is a lot more days off than we ever got off.
Oh, I know.
And we even had, snow days factored in, and they still have more days off than we did. So figure that one out.
You want to join me, or you keep trying for these bastards?
I'll come.
Okay, let's go.
But I still like our kids' schedules better than some. Because I like that they start in August and they're done in May.
Well, earlier in their year, yeah, like that I get.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it's just where we're at. It's cheaper for the schools to start later or start earlier so that they're not like having to pay to run all that AC through the school the whole time.
I mean, August is just as hot, if not hotter, than what it would be in May, so that doesn't make much sense.
No, it does.
It does.
It's all because of cost.
Yes.
The
natural gas is far cheaper to run the heaters than it is for the electric for the air conditioners. They go through June and start in September. Those are about similar temperatures then.
No.
At least for down here.
No, what she's saying is here in August and in May or even June, it's still hot. Hot is hot. So it's not like you're running the AC any less. The difference is the price in the natural gas will start higher at the beginning of, or the electricity or whatever for ACs will be higher at the beginning of the year than it will be at the end, because then it'll kind of taper down.
Yeah.
So it's cheaper in the fall than it is in the summer.
Oh, yeah.
Haven't received anything from you in a while, Mr. Morgan.
There we go.
All right, Pearson. This should keep us fully stocked.
I was gonna say, oh yeah, I enjoyed having some days off during, grade school, but when I went to trade school, there was one night we had dust storm conditions, sub-zero temperatures.
Mm-hmm.
We still had class. The hard part about that night, it was in January. I think it was the night we got back off of break. I was on my way home, my heater quit blowing hot air, it blew cold air.
Yeah.
I had to have the window cracked because the windows were fogging up. I got home, I could not feel my hands, my feet, my arms, or my legs. It was so cold.
Wanna know how many snow days I had in college?
None.
Maybe 1 or 2, and that was out of all 4 years I went to college. I had to get up and walk to classes in snow, in rain, and whatever.
Well, yeah, but you got to look at where it was at, though, too.
I had to walk
No.
at least.
That's not what I mean, Heather.
Was in Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's northern Midwest, used to all the snow and
Yeah.
everything else.
Yep. Down here, it doesn't matter the weather for us either way. They had class going on the time they'd cancel it is if they had a flood or they had electrical issues from flooding or severe rain.
Arthur, how is Dutch? I mean, how does he seem to you?
So,
Same as usual, I guess.
I really love him, you know.
Now, the teacher may have canceled classes. The teacher, that was up to the teacher's discretion.
yeah.
If the teacher could still make it in,
What you want?
there were still going to be classes. It didn't matter if you couldn't make it in or not.
So you got some
Just because you didn't want to get up and walk in the cold didn't matter at all.
use some money while you
Nope.
So it was, and a lot of the sidewalks weren't cut, shoveled off yet.
If you say so.
So you still had to make it in class whether you wanted to or not. And I lived on, the first 2 years I lived on upper campus, so it was like 5 or 6 blocks
Yeah.
a walk just to get to campus.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
And then most teachers, they would cancel class or whatever, but
Yes.
not a lot of them were like, nope, let's go.
No need to be like that.
I only live right here, so let's do this. They would live in town. Some of them have to drive from,
It's
you know.
easy, and I'll only take a small commission for my information.
Yeah.
Now or
I know there was one night they canceled just the evening class. That was because the president was coming to town to speak.
What is it?
It's a supply wagon carrying.
And they were going to have the highway shut down till early hours of the morning as students couldn't get to class on time. I was informed once I got to the campus.
It connects with the rest of the
That
wagon
sucks.
train. Very easy pick.
Given the fact that I just showed up that day, yes.
I'm happy.
You are a sick man, Arthur Morgan.
Because that was a...
Sick man indeed.
I could save $15 that day had they informed me. Because
Come on then, you miserable.
I was driving a Jeep and the gas prices weren't exactly cheap.
How you get wind of this, old man?
They were already starting to shut down highways and whatnot for said visit.
While you boys went off fishing or playing lawman or whatever the hell you've been doing, I've been getting down.
Yeah, no. They called. I got to the campus and on my way home, they called saying, hey, we're canceling class.
Do us all a favor. Head home.
Just give it a rest, you two.
Just have a little faith for once, will you? I've been scoping jobs like this since you fellers were knee-high to a grasshopper.
Once a decade, maybe. So what is it you've scoped here exactly?
Well, I told you. There's a wagon.
Got maybe
box passes through
4 days out of the entire time I was at the campus that we had days off,
here, but the front wagon's by
including the visit from the president, and that was it.
run down into roads.
Okay, hold up here. We should
I hated that drive home that day from when the president came,
cover our faces. They'll be passing.
because I was flooring it in the Jeep, going full speed. I was still getting past like I was standing still.
Christ's sakes. I should be due any time now.
Let's keep this quiet and clean. Nobody needs to die here.
I was not very comfortable driving home, understandably, right?
Just like clockwork.
Yep. Mister, are we done Christmas shopping?
For who?
The 2 little,
The
people we
Munchkins.
live with.
Stop the damn wagon! Whoa! Now, don't try anything stupid. We won't do anything unkind.
You know, boys, I don't want to get shot, but this is a mistake.
I work for Cornwall Kerosene and Tar. Mr. Leviticus Cornwall.
Oh, great.
So you know.
I know I still gotta get stuff for the one thingy.
I hear he's rich enough.
Well, I'd say that they probably have what they need, but
He'll miss it.
Shit! Hey! Think I say something?
I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily
Let's go,
done.
Arthur! Let's go! Yeah!
I'm done. All my stuff's ordered and last of it should be here Friday. Already packaged. Thanks, Amazon.
I've got a lot of wrapping to do, but
Line us up, boys! Get rid of these sons of bitches!
Yeah, my mom goes, what do you want for Christmas this year? You can't afford what I want. Hey, Mystery, now you're off the road, right?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of hard to shoot
drive, yeah.
to shoot behind me.
did you ever tell me what you wanted for Christmas?
I would have if I had actually known.
Oh, okay, good.
No, I never know.
Mister, I think you can attest to this. Whenever some of the gifts are open from the kids, you're just surprised as they are what they got.
For the most part, yeah.
That's why if you want to go to Christmas at the family, the other family's houses and see what they got. Oh, nice.
Get out of sight.
I'm just surprised that they are with whatever they get.
Then we'll sneak out of here. Charles, you keep watch for now. Sure. Well, we get some rest.
Oh, trouble's here. Time to leave.
I mean, he's got Don Toretto. What's up?
Yeah, what's up, Dom?
I mean, he's got, you know, I showed him what I've gotten the kids so far.
Yeah.
The one box in here, he doesn't know what's in that, I don't think.
Over by the house. Damn. Hey, let's just keep...
I had to double check my order list to make sure I got the right stuff, because I forgot what I got everyone.
And honestly, the one thing he needs the most, I can't afford that, so.
Why don't you just tell me, partner, what you heard?
A new truck?
Heard some noises out by the barn a while ago. Ain't me.
Better not be.
Mister, if I could afford it, I'd send you my 5,500 and get me a new one. Let's put a bet on it. I kind of sort of need it right now.
Well, here they come, boys.
Well, the place looks deserted enough.
Now the real question is, Mister, remember how to drive a 6-speed manual?
Do I? Of course I do.
Okay, good.
Hi, Dom Toretto. Dom, what do you want? And then I need your address to send it to you.
He said he wanted a newer truck, so...
Sorry, I can't even get Mr. One, so,
know what that was, but okay.
Is this your place? Kinda. And you didn't hear nothing.
Oh, Mr. needs new shoes.
Why don't you just tell me, partner?
Yeah, but we already know how we're gonna handle that one.
I don't.
The ones he wants are like $200, so.
Hey, Farmer Nick.
Yo, Farmer Nick, what's up, man? Oh.
The ones you want are $200. Those are cheap.
No, that's expensive.
Mister, my boots range anywhere from 300 to 400.
Again, that's still expensive. The last time I bought work boots, mind you, other than the ones I just got, I think I spent $60. And I didn't even like that price. That's expensive to me.
These are work boots too. They're the comp toes.
Place looks deserted enough. Sure.
Well, the ones that I just got
You head inside,
are called
I'll go around
Kings.
the back.
Yeah, they're a decent brand.
Yeah. And the ones that I want to get are
What size shoe do you wear, mister?
11.
He's got small feet for a guy.
11?
Well, I guess it really depends on. Sorry, gunfight. It depends on if I get them or like because I just went to the place that the shoe store that we went at, and then I guess they did a whole foot measurement. And what I had typically done was get size 10 and a half because I was always the assumption that I was 9 and a half. But with steel toe, it just was easier, and it kept it from rubbing on my toe. You know, the steel toe part.
Yeah.
Well, when they measured me, I guess they were saying it's like closer to like an 11 is what I should be wearing.
No, I normally get a size 13 extra, wider shoes since I don't carry those down here. Everyone down here with small, narrow feet. I have to custom order my boots. So I have 2 pairs of boots, a pair of tennis shoes, and a set of slippers.
How has it been with wearing your new boots?
Serpentine.
Mr. Payne. Okay. Mister, did you even hear my question at all?
I did not.
So how has it been with having your new boots at work?
I don't know yet.
How long's it been? 2 days?
Well, I've had them since Saturday.
Yeah, he's went Monday and Tuesday in them.
Yeah.
Perfect. We need to do.
That's still too soon to tell.
I'll take the ride, okay?
Your right or my right?
You see anything? Not yet. Mr. Cornwall ain't gonna.
Bastard!
What the hell you doing? Get the hell off me! Arthur!
Need a meal out of.
This is a young man's game.
You ain't long for this life, you no good bastard.
To hell with you!
Uh-oh. Sounds like they got some trouble over there.
We better go give him a hand.
No, basically what's going on is those boots have got like a slight lean to them. But then they kind of pinch on like on the part on my leg. Come on. Really? You can two-shot me from that far away?
Bastard!
Get the hell off me! Arthur!
Don't mind if I keep you.
That looked like it hurt. Made a meal out of that, didn't you?
Oh, just stand there, why don't you? Making an old man suffer.
Guess we should go give him a hand.
money, didn't we?
Sure, but now we got Cornwall on our backs.
It was an honest
Hey,
mistake.
leave it. Come on, get out of here. Every man split up. Go on, run quick.
Good luck, gents.
Stay quiet and move.
Get some more money. Hurry up, let's go.
Come on.
Whoa, how did they not notice? Oh my god. Where's camp? All the way over here. Wait, GR. That one sounds familiar. Grays. Okay. That one, I'm not gonna start that yet. So that job got me 900, which I don't think I get to keep all of it, but maybe. If that's the case, maybe there's a gun shop in Rhodes. Because that's kind of what I've been doing. These bigger jobs, once I complete it, I've been going through and buying like the guns, because you need the different types of guns for the getting the pelts, the different types of pelts.
Arthur.
Actually, maybe that is all mine to keep.
I'm not much of a storyteller, so forgive me, but I really...
Let's see, go to... Nope, not settings. Story. Save game. It has been a little while since I've done that. Let's see. You've learned to wear or buy a pair of boots a couple weeks before I need. Yeah. Well, see, the problem is I started working where I'm at now. I've worked there, I guess, just starting my 6th year. And I have never had to buy a pair of boots. I was in the military, so there were a bunch of extra boots that I had from when I was in that were technically not serviceable, but it was because they had like a nick in the leather or whatever. So I basically stockpiled them because I knew I'd be able to use them at some point. Well, once I got out and I started working at where I'm at, I started going through them, and I just hit earlier this year was the time where I had to buy my first pair of boots in a long time. But I had planned on getting, you know, a little bit of a better quality boot. So we bought just like a kind of Walmart cheap pair, and that just didn't last nearly as long as I would have thought. So we knew that we were going to be getting a better pair, but I'm kind of stingy when it comes to spending money on certain things. So especially when it comes to boots, like my previous boot, it was to the point where there was no tread on them. Like you can actually see where there's spots where like the rubber sole part was gone, and it was just like the hard sole underneath.
Yeah.
The problem is they're so expensive. Especially when you throw in the safety toe and everything else. It just...
Oh yeah, the steel toe. I like Comptos better than steel toe.
Mm-hmm.
That's just because they're safer for you than
That's always confused me out.
steel toe.
What's that?
I don't
The Compto.
And they're about the same.
understand it very much.
Because with a steel toe, you have the
Seem to understand what
possibility of it like basically crimping down on your foot, and the comp toe will basically shatter at a lower point, and it can actually send the shards into your foot as opposed to
that doesn't always seem like a really good...
crimping. So it's like, well, it one or the other, really.
The thing is I like the lightness of the Compto.
You busy, Arthur?
I've had better luck with Compto than I have with steel toe.
Yeah. I've just always had to have steel toe.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if I'd be able to trust anything that's not.
Even my mom had to wear steel toe. She used to work.
Well, pretty much any industrial place, you have to have some type of safety toe.
Yes. I've heard they're making a
because
carbon fiber now, and I'm not a fan of those.
she works at a factory. I mean, so she would, carry. She, would have a thing, a thing to move them around with, but she'd, sometimes carry a pallet of, drill bits and stuff like that. She drops that on her feet, yeah.
So, tell me,
Well,
is your people Jacobites or
Fine.
English lovers, Arthur?
more so now, it's
We had no time.
As two full-time workers, we wear nothing but
No politics. What?
top toes because they're cheaper, they're lighter, and they just work better.
Because there ain't no judgment here. Most folks hate the Negroes, they hate the Redskins, the Jews, even us Irish.
My dad and granddad, they both wear regular hike. My dad wears hiking boots, my granddad wears tennis shoes.
Well,
Not doing too much, and they don't need the protection like we do.
What's that?
I was riding around a couple of days back. I come across this old cabin. A couple of fuckers lazing about outside all liquored up. I didn't think nothing of it. But then I come across this hunter down by the river. He tells me
I prefer, like that, it's just personal preference for most people.
back near Emerald Ranch. Nice fella he was.
My rubber boots are,
Can I rob the bastard
my
blind?
phone. There it is.
No reason.
My rubber boots are steel toe, and my
Big haul for us.
rubber boots are steel toe.
You and me.
My work boots are
Alright. What the hell? Let's go
called
check it out.
Damn sons of bitches.
And yeah, Farmer Nick, you
Top
do have a
They got
point with
lesson in me.
they are kind of a sheer
You just keep
sheer
it cool,
issue,
you
but
hear me?
I don't know.
yeah.
Okay.
I've just never been a fan of the sheer
Follow me.
that type of boot.
Yeah, it's just the rating, like the. I don't want to say crush pressure, but that's kind of what it is. On a steel toe, it's higher, but yeah, when it does hit it, it's
Bit of a ride. Not too
more
bad.
damage.
Back up north a stretch.
Oh, by
North
far.
of the state line.
And luckily, where I'm at, like I'm not gonna say that I don't have the possibility of something like that happen, but it's a lot rarer. Like I would literally have to have a heavy motor or something that I purposely had put my foot under for something like that to happen. Because most of this stuff is lifted by hoist, and we're not near it when it's up in the air and stuff like that. So
Yeah, no, I can't say that for my workplace. And a lot of times when we're changing tires, it's our feet are underneath it, or our legs are underneath it, so
yeah, but I don't think tires are gonna hit that crush point.
some of these tires, yes, with the rim in them, tractor tires.
Well, I figured it was a tractor tire. I'm just saying I don't think that the issue with the tractor tire is not the point of where it hits your toe. It's the fact that when it hits, it's going to hit your entire toe, ankle, leg, waist. Like it's
Depends on how you're positioned and where the tire falls. We try to look out and make sure it's. Depends on the going on, who's around.
So, what were you doing riding around up
Tires are
Sniffing around.
rubber's a good 1,000 pounds.
I got a long nose for these things. Dutch is always honored us to get out there and bring in money, ain't he?
And rightly so.
I ain't like some of
A
them
lot of these tire guys,
sitting around waiting to
if
be
we're
told,
helping,
"Oi,
a lot of times we have to help them because they're by themselves and they can't do it by themselves.
I mean, I don't need no coddling like the rest.
Especially with a tire that size.
Value to the cause. As from the moment I met him,
You try
Because depending on the tire we sometimes have to take a tire off to work on the tires. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't.
he said as much.
If we do, that's where the backhoe comes in because their crane is not rated for the weight.
right.
about money. You are clear on how this works.
That's where the safety issues
We
begin.
split half. Other half goes to the gang. Dutch keeps all our savings hidden in a safe spot outside camp.
Yeah, I know. How many times have to tell me? What's that box by his tent for?
Luckily for us, we only have one machine that has duals on it right now.
Supplies and the like.
So that's the only one we have to take a tire off for.
You don't know that suggests you clearly ain't put much in it.
I always pay me weight. Don't you worry.
Did you turn in your receipt for?
I did. I took care of it Monday, so I would imagine that I will get the reimbursal
It's gonna be off the road up ahead.
next Thursday, or whenever they pay us next week.
Yeah, the next paycheck is a week from Thursday.
Well, I guess what I was getting at is I didn't know if they would pay it early. because of the holidays.
Ah.
Here,
What's up, Fire?
let's make sure we keep one of them alive to tell us where they stashed the money.
Hope you know what you're doing.
Hey, Fire Shadow.
User joined your channel.
No, I know for
I'm
us,
waiting
we have
for
to
this
buy
one
our
to come down
own
here.
boots. Because our worker has the cheapest boots at 150 a pair.
Dom Tredo.
Oh, hi.
You know what's up, Dom?
And my boots are the most expensive at $350 to $400 a pair.
Look, there's one of them outside.
I prefer the boots that are made for walking.
Give it to me. You hang back.
Do you have to wear any safety type toe at your workplace, Tom?
I honestly just wear tennis shoes. Sure, we might supposed to. I don't know. They never really said.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That could. It just really surprises me the fact that because you're a forklift driver.
Yeah. That surprises me as well.
Normally, just because of what a forklift can carry, they normally mandate that type of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Well, that requires them to care about us. So.
Ouch! That's your employer.
Well, seeing as they're making us work Sunday and they're all about the high Christian principles, and it's like, okay, yeah, right. Not that I'm trying to get the religion on your stream on it. Yeah, they're making us work Sunday. It's like seriously, like the first time ever, me at least, and I've been there almost 3 years, making us work on.
No, Dom, I'm working 7 days a week type ordeal during the summer. Weekends not so much though.
What the hell, Arthur? Who's
Yeah.
gonna tell us where the money's
I mean, I'm not saying I haven't worked on it before, but like at my other job, and I honestly don't care too much, but just the fact that they're making us work Sunday, just so that way we can have, not this weekend, but the following weekend, we have a Saturday, Sunday, and it's like, I'd rather kind of work a Saturday next week. That way it gives me an extra day before Christmas. I don't know, wrap gifts, get more gifts, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Come out with your hands up. Nice and easy. You saw what we did to your pals here.
Okay, I give up. Don't shoot. I ain't armed.
Tell us where you stash your money, and we'll let you live.
All right, take it easy. Behind the wall in the bedrooms, if you stick your hand between the gap.
All right, you go grab the money.
Yeah, fire. That is probably a good thing.
You know what? Get the hell out of here. Don't look back.
Down here they just require, some farmers require a safety toe, some don't.
Yeah. No, my place never said one way or the another. I think we're supposed to, but like I said, they never said one way or another about dress code of any sort, and nothing about shoes, what sort of requirements, nothing.
Oh jeez, you got no requirements. That's sad.
Yeah,
yeah, as far as I know, it was no requirements as far as I know. But I mean, they never really told us on orientation or nothing.
Well, if they haven't told you,
Said the stash was behind a loose board in the bedroom.
then they're like outside of OSHA requirements. If they haven't told you is what I mean.
Yeah, like I said, I don't recall them ever telling me.
Yeah, no, I'm
not saying it's not in the paperwork I have. I just didn't bother to look through all the fine prints. But
Well,
I don't know.
How long have you worked for them?
All right.
about 3 years, but they never said anything about me wearing shoes.
Well, no. What I'm saying is normally there should be like reoccurring, just like safety training stuff that you got to do at least once a year.
Oh yeah, we have that, but nothing ever said about anyone.
I have to go through chemical handling. What's it called? Certifications twice a year, at least.
Well, I would definitely find out, because if they've ever told you and you're not, then that's grounds for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I would, but like I said, they never gave me a warning or any of that, and I don't care. I'm thinking about looking at change jobs, something closer to home.
I'll be back in a second.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna help the kid finish brushing her hair.
Okay. Alrighty.
So does that mean that other shift just isn't working out, or isn't what you wanted, or if you just always kind of thought of finding somewhere else?
Just, I don't know. I don't know why, but it's irritating me that we're working a Sunday there, even though yes, I'm Saturdays there or whatever. And like for Thanksgiving, it's the same principle. Like, oh, we're gonna have to work Saturday if we have to. That's what they're. That's all the time I've been at this place. For Thanksgiving and Christmas, it was always, oh, we'll work Saturday if we have to, but more than likely we're just gonna work, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Thursday, Friday, or whatever day the holiday lands on. We're just gonna work days around them, like normal work week, except for have that holiday off.
Oh,
Thanksgiving.
okay, I see what you're saying.
Christmas.
It's not even like it's a scheduled. It's a we'll let you know if you have to work.
Yeah, that's how it's always been. Well, and that was even for this last Thanksgiving, like literally a month ago. It was like, oh yeah, we'll have to come in Saturday if we have to. And some people did. They did volunteers and had to finish up a few trucks or something, whatever. So, but I didn't have to go in. So I was like, okay, that's fine. But no, this time for Christmas, oh, we're gonna work the Sunday before. Like I don't even know if there was. I don't even think there was any voting on it, or oh, hey, does everyone agree with this? Like.
Come to the land of opportunity, they said. Sod you, Daddy.
We're working weekends, so I give my guys a heads up days before, that way they can prepare themselves.
Now look at me.
But yeah, so I don't know. That just kind of irritated me, and then
I didn't really understand any of that.
I don't know. But there's some other things that just irritate me about how management manages things.
Yeah, I gotcha. I know where I'm at. I guess I don't want to say I'm lucky enough, but there was always from the time we were hired, the understanding was that any holiday, because we basically have a 4-shift work week, we've got a 7 to 7 or 7 at night till 7 in the morning, beginning half of the week, where it would be Sunday through Wednesday. And then you have the night shift, same thing, and then you have the second half of the week where it's basically the same thing, but on that Wednesday it's like 6 hours instead of 12. Whatever day the holiday falls on, you're either working or you have to take the time off. So it's always the understanding that, okay, if that holiday falls there, you either have to know ahead of time and take the time off, or you know that you're going to be there.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I can tell you, I don't know how many times I've worked through Thanksgiving or Christmas, dealing with. I don't like it. Family didn't like it. I came in for a meal and took off, but I'd rather me be home, sit back, relax, and eat with it, well, but sometimes it can't happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain jobs where that's gonna happen, like obviously like yours, and then obviously you got fire, paramedics, police, military, and stuff, whatever. But
Yeah,
But
or,
the
or
fact that
Mister.
Or,
Well, right,
But
but
the
mine's
fact that-
established, so
Yeah.
the fact that we're a warehouse and I don't know that's what they've always. I don't know. It just I'd rather work for a company about its employees.
yeah. Well,
Because even like the heavy snowstorms where it goes down roads and stuff, or like I heard today like the flood we had back in 2013 where like blocked roads and like half the warehouse called in to work because they weren't gonna make it. Instead of just being like, oh well, since all the roads are closed and our semis can't really get out, we'll close down for a couple days or something. No, everyone still had to go to work and people probably got write-ups and everything else just because my work does not want to close, even in bad weather, like even snowstorms, nothing.
yeah.
Oh nope, we're always gonna be there. It's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna go in there and put all this stuff in these trailers, but yet sometimes the trucks can't even get out of the frick
Right.
parking lot. So it's like, really?
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm a little fuzzy on this, but you were saying that you kind of are working for a place that you've had like a lot of, I don't want to say kind of old school, but the guy that originally ran it like barely took any time off, and now the guys that are taking his spot as he's stepping down are kind of that same mindset, but they're like 20 years younger than the other guy, right? Is that...
No, I don't think that was me.
Okay, I couldn't remember because there was someone else I was talking to that basically sounded like it was in the same situation. It was like the guy that originally run the company was, quite a bit older, like in his I guess 80s or whatever, and he finally stepped down. But then the next tier of, I guess, managers that were right below him are like 20 years younger than him, and they kind of had the same mindset. But then the guys below them kind of were starting to kind of have that feeling like they cared for the employees, but they couldn't do anything because they're not running the show. But anyway, I guess
I think it's something similar to that.
yeah, I guess my point with that is it sucks, and really you don't have there's not a whole lot you can do in an instance like that unless you've got at least a couple supervisors that like care.
Yeah.
And what stinks too is right now they gave us they give everyone a sheet saying, oh hey, you get 2 weeks off next year or 7 weeks or whatever your vacation is, depending on how long you've been there. And well, you're supposed to fill it out and request days off. Well, if let's say I just started there and I go to request Christmas off or Thanksgiving week, I'm not going to get it even if I turn it in before somebody else that has seniority, because they go by seniority. And so it's like some people never get the week of off there. And
right.
Like, okay, I kind of get that, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I feel like the company just doesn't care. And the fact that, if you call in too many times, you get a right or a verbal, even if it's all your call-ins are weather related. Like, you guys really don't have any care for your employees. Then if you're gonna write them up or give them a verbal or whatever, because their call-ins and all their call-ins were weather related, like they could have their driveway or whatever.
Right.
Okay, so you'd rather have your employees, trying to get to work than actually have your employees.
And I think a lot of that it depends on how your company is set up too, because I know there's a lot of times that I'm supposed to have, like, our company works off of points, right? And the big thing with that is as long as you're consistent with how, like, I've pretty much talked to HR about some of the stuff, and their thing is there is a policy, but as long as you are kind of following I don't want to say the company policy, and they're not saying don't follow the company policy, but whenever anyone gets points for showing up late or anything like that, it's on me to actually put in for them to get those points. So technically, if someone was running it late, I could just say, hey, work 30 minutes, 30 minutes to make up that time, and we'll call it good. And I in a way, could kind of just make it, as long as it's not like a habitual thing.
Yeah.
I have the ability to, do that, but I tend to do that a little bit more because we are with the way the guys at my plant are coded. It's different than the guys at the regular plant because we work off of we technically fall under like a management support, and so basically what that means in the term of points is we have a rotating 12-month schedule, and if any time within that 12-month, so like right now is December 17th, if anywhere between now and December 16th or September 18th of last year, we have accrued 12 points, that's grounds for termination. But we don't have the ability to get rid of any of those points until we've hit a year from when that point was actually put on our record.
Okay, so like if I got a point, I have to wait a full year before that
Points
point
removed.
disappears?
Yep. Now, now the main plant, every 15 days, they get half a point removed. So every 30 days, if you got a point for not showing up, you could work 30 days consecutive, and that point is removed.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So stuff like that is, I feel, is a little unfair, so I kind of tend to be a little more understanding about some of that stuff.
Yeah.
What is
But yeah, my worker needs to do something like that or whatever, just because, I don't know, it just... it's just so dumb how everything is set up there, where they just don't. I feel like they honestly don't care about their employees.
Yeah, it's definitely not a place to be.
I know for us, it's a lot of the stuff changes on a constant basis. Weather or issues that going on and whatnot, and what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Now, the one thing the one thing I will say with that, Dom, is don't burn any bridges.
No, I don't plan to do that ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my friend that was working with him at the company I work for, he was there like longer than me.
Mm-hmm.
There for 5 years or something.
Okay.
Well, he switched around. He was overnights, and then he worked as loader, and he's kind of moved around. Well, he went to do a truck driver. Well, yeah. So first off, some people that work there get let go because they fail a drug test or something. Asked to come back. Well,
You okay, Art?
my friend has never broken any policy there, and
What's been going on with you?
dozed off a little bit with driving, and so he went over the rumble strips, hit the brakes, and corrected back to his lane because they kind of screwed him over his route. Was supposed to go in, he's gonna have 8 hours or 10 hours off. Well, now all of a sudden he has 6 hours off or something. Didn't get much sleep, and he first one at the truck and didn't sleep on the truck and stuff. So, yeah, him not getting enough sleep is a little bit on his bad.
Mm-hmm.
But he got let go because of that. Yet they don't call him back, and it's like, okay, well, if you guys are gonna follow policy of that, okay, you fell asleep, that's grounds for termination. Goodbye. Well, if it's also grounds for termination if you get caught, with drugs in your system.
Right.
Why do they call these people back that had drugs in their system? Not gonna follow policy. So that's just I don't know. Even though that didn't involve me personally, any of that, it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way that they kind of screwed over my friend who That was like his first big policy violation.
Right.
And like, really? You're not gonna even call him back, even though that was the only time? And
Mr. Is Dama a touch row body for you as well?
Every once in a while, it's almost just like it's cutting out. It's not row body. It's just like the.
Hi, Fats.
Yeah, I was getting
Yeah,
hey, Fats. And you're a troll, by the way.
and Mr. Say thanks for the follow.
No, I did
thanks
not.
for the follow?
Yes, thank you very much for the follow. I saw it. I just didn't want to cut Dom off, and I kind of forgot about it afterwards.
Yeah. So.
Dom, hush up a minute.
Wow.
Okay, fine, I'll just leave.
I'm just joking.
But Dom, that sounds like not a good company to be working for.
Well, the thing that I'm wondering, and it depending on when this happened, it may be too late. But if they are terminating him for falling asleep, and it's in there that he like, I think most DOT drivers have to have at least 8 hours where they're not on shift between shifts. If you're saying he only got 6, and then he fell asleep and then they terminated him for that, he can basically use that as justification for not.
I mean, I'll be honest.
I don't know if he would
I
want to
don't know.
pursue
I
it, but most of the time that would be a decent support on the case.
Yeah, no, he tried fighting it because I think there was a deal for policy of like on out-of-state routes, there's supposed to be like 2 people for out-of-state routes, just because that way don't run out of hours and
right.
You can make your delivery and stuff. They thought there was or he thought there was something like that there, so I'd fighting it back. I don't know. Obviously it's not my case.
Right.
And I don't remember. I don't know if it was like 6 hours or 8 hours, but I just know he didn't get enough sleep. Drive sooner. So.
Well, and I do know that, or I tend to see that there's a lot of companies that are a little, let's just call them fire happy. That when the smallest thing like that does happen, they just out of instinct will fire them or dismiss them or whatever just to avoid any potential backlash. Like if that I don't know the circumstances of the accident. So if there was another person involved in it, they could have just said, well, that person has since been dismissed from the company, to avoid that person from being able to go after the company for like negligence or something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, Frank, I agree. Yeah, no, the work is not worth. Like, don't get me wrong, the benefits are great. Pay is pretty good, but honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, but is it worth the headache?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Plus, the other thing of that, like, I probably could deal with it, but it doesn't help for the fact that it's like a 30 to 45 minute drive just to get. Do I want something a little closer? So.
Yeah, if there is anything.
Anyway, yeah. Well, I'm sure there is. I'm sure I can find something closer. Maybe even
Go
another
work at Applebee's.
Maybe just for. Yeah, why don't I? No.
Only Applebee's probably paid better.
Probably not, honestly.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Can I see the cone?
Yeah, Applebee's is probably a near minimum wage, maybe a little bit higher.
Depending on what you're doing,
Actually, I think. Okay, well, depends what you do at Applebee's, but I was gonna say servers, no matter what restaurant, I think are just a little below actual like minimum wage, because they get paid like, full wage is $8, they get paid like $6 or $7, but then they make the tips. That puts them over.
Yeah, see, I think that's a BS call too.
Yeah, I think that's how Applebee's works, at least for the server side. Now for like cooks and management, I'm not sure.
No, I think that you may be wrong on Applebee's, Dom, just for one simple reason.
Oh,
well, no, I take that back, because I did work at Applebee's. The Applebee's that I worked at when I was, back into high school or just out of high school. The reason I think servers get at least a minimum wage is because anyone that's knows anything about restaurants or knows what an expo is, they're basically the person that gets the plates ready for the servers to bring out.
Oh yeah.
The expo makes a percentage of the tips because they are the ones getting the plates ready for the servers to bring out. So in that instance, I would say that they probably get minimum wage. Now, if they're at a restaurant where they're not getting, or they don't have someone else doing that for them, then I could say, well, yeah, maybe they get paid a little bit less. But I still think that's kind of screwy.
Yeah, no, I no matter what, if Albert runs it that way or not, or whatever, I think it's screwed that way.
Because I think you should always get minimum wage. But I think they play that caveat of, oh, well, after they count their tips, they're making more than minimum wage. But
yep, see, Farmer Nick says it. His brother on a good night makes $5 an hour more than he does, and he gets paid well. So
yeah, no, I'm not.
So it depends on the restaurant.
Yeah, I'm
totally bad, but
I'm not discounting that either way. I think they should always, as a server, I think they should always get minimum wage because they're
at least minimum wage.
Yes, because there is certain shifts, and I'm gonna say the shift between about 1 p.m. and about 4, restaurants are dead typically.
Yeah, typically, but then you add in the fact of depending on location.
Well, right.
Oh, it's a blizzard outside, or it's snowing outside, or it's cold. It's a little slower of a night. Add that on top of it. So
yes, plus restaurants, like IHOP that are open 24/7. The late night shift sometimes can be slower too during weeknights.
Yep. Late nights. Yep, definitely late nights. They can.
Yeah, so
I say late nights are usually like 11 or midnight to, if it's a 24-hour place, 11 to midnight, or 11 midnight maybe till maybe 4 in the morning roughly is probably like slow times.
I'd say down here probably about 10 to about 7 slow for them.
Well, I was just thinking, if it's something, for example, like an IHOP or Denny's or something where it's breakfast, then maybe start like 4 or 5 o'clock depending on your.
Thing is I'm in a college town, or near towns or college towns. Not many people get up early and go out and eat. Or if they do, it's like fast food.
Yeah, well, but at the same time though, I mean, college town too. I mean, the place could be busy overnight some nights too, with the fact of out so late.
Most nights that would be on like a Friday or Saturday, sometimes Sunday night.
Yeah.
It's like your average week work night. It's not gonna happen very often.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So
yes,
that's what I mean. That's when I enjoy going there. Is like early hours of the morning because there's no one there. I can go in, get my food, and get out real quick, and it's a lot better quality than what it is. Definitely during the normal hours.
I'd have to argue.
Normal busy hours.
I'd have to argue with the better quality, but.
Well, yeah. Well, I was gonna
the weight, you definitely.
Probably better quality, but at the same time,
it depends on the restaurant, yeah. But for the ones down here, for like what I get, it's better quality most of the time.
Okay, so we'll see that's for your area. But now if you did something like that in like area or Mistred area, quality might not be good, but wait times are going to be obviously a lot less than all that.
Exactly. A lot of places I go do their stuff from scratch, so.
Yeah, I think my work kind of follows something like that. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I just know like my friend didn't get enough sleep, and so I don't know the whole story, but
right.
But yeah, anyways, I've been thinking about switching jobs, like I said.
Well,
just
would you kind of stay in what you're doing, or just not really decided?
I figured it out. I know what I need to make just to keep, because my car payment was based on me making whatever I was making when I first started or whatever
Right.
down here or where I worked. So since then I've gone up. So as long as I make maybe like let's say I'm just using an example because I don't obviously really want to put out there how much I make, but it was like I was making $10 an hour, and that was my car payment was based on that, and then now I've worked there and I've obviously gotten a raise, The fact that so it's like okay, so if I go somewhere else and work, for $10 an hour or 11 or something, that would cover my car payment. I'd be good. So, but obviously the price is not that. But so I'm not sure what I would do though.
Yeah.
It would depend, like I said. A couple things is the location, how close it is. Because I don't know that I want to go any farther than I'm already going for my job. So I mean, if there was a job, roughly the same distance, and I could maybe make about the same, then maybe. But it would also depend, obviously, once I get there. Care about the employees? Do they not, or whatever? So
Yeah, I guess the big thing I was wondering is if you would use that as a potential for just changing everything career wise.
yeah, I mean, I would probably, like I said, as long as I'm making what I'm making. If I'm making one, that'd be great. But if I make, enough to cover my car payment plus maybe just a little extras, so it's not always, tight on bills, then I could, that'd be great. And I don't care. I'm willing to try other jobs out or whatever. And after this, like I've gotten some warehouse experience. I have worked at a fast food restaurant per se, so I have experience with different things.
Right.
And nothing says it hurts, to expand your horizon a little more and work something a little different and get another little bit of bill or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I could use my, actually apply my associate's degree that I got in criminal justice or something.
Yeah, you could.
I just don't know what I would want to do.
I don't know.
I don't know that I want to be a lawyer or anything. I mean, like, with the associate's degree, I would probably be more of like, I don't know.
So what you're saying is you don't know what you want to be when you grow up, huh?
I mean, okay, first of all, do we ever grow up? Second
No.
of all, yeah, you're right. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up, 'cause I haven't grown up yet, so.
I figured out what I want to do, and I can't do it because of some outstanding circumstances at the moment, so. I'm currently trying to get my dog to relax because he's high-strung. No apparent reason. So if you hear him whining, that's why.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Oh, Farmer Nick and McDonald's isn't open 24/7, and good job around you. At least 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Farmer Nick. Okay, just go by the name Farmer. I'm gonna assume you're out in a small town. So any jobs or like you said, you have to drive a little ways to get to a big town or whatever. So I could see that.
Yeah. I mean, I've drove an hour for school, and welding jobs I could take are 10, 14-hour drive away. I really want to take them, but part of me wants to take them, part of me doesn't, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you get a job that pays fairly well for your time traveled, and then they treat you somewhat decently, good. But
thing is I get the pay will be wonderful, but I'll be working as a private contractor. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So the policies would be a bit different, and I don't know if I really want to deal with that right now.
Yep.
Companies are more difficult than what the company you're working with on some of this. So.
Wait, you live in BFE? What?
Yeah, pretty much.
What does that abbreviate? I don't even know what that abbreviates.
Bum fudge nowhere.
I mean, that's...
BFE is that? No.
I did the clean version for Mr. Stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The middle of nowhere.
Uh-huh. That's where I live.
Between
5 miles to the nearest neighbor.
between nowhere and Egypt.
Yep.
I gotcha.
Now we kind of are. I guess we live in an area that's not quite like that. I mean, we've got 2 neighboring towns that are like college towns, so there's some stuff, but
Yeah.
most of the stuff we've got to drive, 40 minutes away or so to get like a decent sized.
Yeah. I 30 to one town, hour to the other, so but I'd rather be out here than closer to neighbors, if that makes sense.
Right. And thank you very much
That's
for that
issues.
follow. It is appreciated. Welcome on in.
Well, some of the neighbors to the farmland, some of them are good, some of them aren't. And two of them I enjoy dealing with, others of them someone near me with a badge on them to go deal with them. Because they're not exactly the friendly type towards us.
Right.
One of them has certain times to call the cops on us because we're running our pump motors too loud in the middle of the night. Don't really have much other choice.
Let's see.
If that makes sense.
Hello?
You don't feel me,
Alrighty. I think he's calmed down now.
feel me one bit. You're a no good, degenerate liar. A liar. You're exactly what you say you're not, you hear?
Whatever you say, miss.
Yeah, he knows when he's in trouble when I get down. Basically hold him in the relaxing position. Basically a CPI hold, if you know what that is.
Oh, get lost, will you? You're as creepy as he is.
Whoa, chill out, lady.
Molly,
Enough of playing lawman.
how you doing?
I'm fine.
Are you sure? Because you were doing a lot of yelling back there.
I'm worried about you, that's all.
Just leave me be.
I didn't realize you were talking to Linda.
I don't know.
Listen.
It was borderline Karen.
Nearest restaurant near you at Farmer Nick's Applebee's? That's
Want the nearest
Good to be
restaurant, as in building or vehicle? Actually, all of them are close that are close-ish to me are Mexican food. One's a Mexican bakery, and the rest of them are burrito or taco trucks. Then I wonder why I'm fat.
Ooh, I got a letter.
I'd say the closest like national chain to me, my national chain either be Whataburger or IHOP. That'd be Whataburger or IHOP.
I want to try this Saturday to wake up a little earlier and go and get some IHOP.
It's worth it.
I want some pancakes.
Why do you have to wake up early to get IHOP?
Touche. But I just like to wake up at a good time and then feel like I have a full day. And
Well, hold on. Anytime you wake up, it's a good time. It's the times you don't wake up you got to worry about.
Well, actually,
Yeah,
if you
pretty much.
don't wake up, you don't have to worry about it at all.
true.
Valid point.
Very valid point.
I don't know. I just like going and doing breakfast at like early time.
At a breakfast time.
Yeah, at about a breakfast time. Yeah. Breakfast time for me is, my mind is like between 5 a.m. and 8 a.m. somewhere. That's usually like.
Tom, that's fine. You just have to set your time to Hawaii time, and you can have breakfast from 5 to 8 a.m. That's fine.
Got a point. I might have to do that.
Use the 5 o'clock somewhere rule.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever time you're wanting to eat is always that time somewhere.
Yes. Like, for example, when I go get, breakfast for dinner, it's the morning in Australia. I can get breakfast.
Date night, huh? That's how often Farmer Nick eats. Okay, so I'm assuming you don't go on very many dates then, if it's rarely.
Most time of my date nights involves either me or the missus cooking.
My dates would consist of. Oh wait, first I need a date.
What are you trying to say, Dom?
All I want for Christmas
is a date.
Yeah, or a date, or.
Man, he's cheap. All I have to get him is a piece of fruit, a date. That's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it works. Although I don't know if you're Dom's type there.
No, I wasn't talking about me. I was talking about the fruit. The thing that grows on the tree, the date.
Oh yeah, true. the partially dehydrated grape, or no plum.
Whatever it is.
I think a date is a dehydrated plum. Because raisins are dehydrated grapes.
Something
I
like.
think.
No, I think date's an actual fruit. It's not like dehydrated something. If I remember right. But I don't know. I don't grow them. So.
I don't know. I think we dove in that one a little bit further than it was meant to.
Yes. I'm just a simple crop farmer. Yeah, that's basically what we do, Farmer Nick. Probably need a home before we decide if we want to go anywhere or not.
So, did ATS update the physics? Because it seems like the trucks are way more top heavy than they used to be.
I think they've done that every time.
Oh, are they learning from Farm Sim?
Well,
you go to turn the truck and it almost feels like it's gonna topple every time. It's like.
Why are you driving like Turtle?
Because the game's making them drive like that.
I didn't realize driving 35 and taking a turn on a major highway was really going to be that bad, Dom.
Well, they did that.
Are you sure you're doing 35 and not 53?
That's what my speedometer said. It said 35, and as I hit the accelerator, it went up to 39 and 40. So.
Are you sure you're not in kilometers per hour?
Now you listen here.
Oh, I can't.
If it was kilometers per hour, it'd be even slower, Dom. So.
Oh.
Because 40 kilometers an hour is about 25 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I was sitting here trying to think, but I thought maybe I had it backwards.
So this was shortly after my mom got her current car. We were coming home from a dinner. We're going 60 miles an hour, right? And I looked at the speedometer and said, "Dad, we're going 100. Yeah, 100 kilometers an hour." I said, "Yep." We got home. Mom and sister followed home. They're about 5 minutes behind us. They go, "You guys got home fast. How fast you drive?" My dad said, "We went 100." And my mom looks at me and goes, "You did what in my car?"
Well, I mean.
Yeah, 100 kilometers an hour.
I mean, you got to do it just to test it out. You got to see what the vehicles are capable of.
Yeah. I mean, what was it? We were going on a road trip and I threw a car into sport and gunned it. For a little four-cylinder with a hairdryer, it's got some pep. especially for the brand of vehicle it is.
Their tummies were growling earlier. Y'all ride the hell out of them horses.
I prefer different brand what that is, but she got a good deal on it, so I can't complain.
Yeah.
I mean, two of my trucks are brands I don't care for, but there are a brand that I don't care for. But I still have them because they're cheap and they work. Sometimes it's more important than brand preference, price point. Personally, I'm a Dodge guy, but I own 2 Fords. There's just price point and availability is another big thing. Because one I bought off the farm, the other one we bought from the dealer, and I've been using it since. That's actually what I'm driving right now, my white Ford. So.
Yeah, I know what you're saying there, Farmer. Like, I think I have used my wife's car, and I've tapped it out at about 90, but.
Ooh. I got my Jeep gunned, but because I was geared and designed, I topped out at 95, and the speedo and the RPM was in the danger, was getting close to the danger zone.
No, this is pretty much where it was tapped out. Like it didn't have any more. You know, pedal was all the way down, and it just.
Yeah, that's where I was. That was like I said, that was when the president came to town, and I really didn't have much other choice because traffic still going 95.
Hi there.
That's kind of sad when I say that, isn't it? And the fact that the speed limit was 65 and I was impeding traffic at 95.
I mean, we've all done it, I would imagine.
Yeah. I didn't care for it, but I didn't get a ticket, so I was fine. Yeah, that is. I mean, my Jeep, I was on at the wheel to keep it going straight. I need repair. Need to replace tires, the fan motor, or the fan blower for the air conditioning heating unit. That'd be about it. Oh, and the rear main seal, but that'll be taken care of tomorrow.
Hell, I think I got all the chores done in camp now.
Nice.
Well, I may have done some stuff as of recently that's kind of lowered my morality. During one of the last missions, I was aiming for the guy and accidentally killed the horse.
Basically, you're just trying to make it up.
Yeah, well, I know there's certain. I don't even know if there's a way that where it shows what my morality is, but let's see here.
I think it's whenever you're doing stuff. I saw it on there whenever you're like in the missions and whatnot.
Well, yeah, depending on what you're doing, it'll actually pop up with stuff. But I've had a couple occasions where I've tried to do, you know, the good thing, but the storyline will cause it for me to either lose morality or I guess it's called honor. Lose honor, or if like the way that I actually got the horse that I'm riding right now is by complete, you know, complete accident. It was a mission where I had to basically chase down this horse, and I had to get it back to the person. Well, when I got it back to them, my horse kept going and ran into the guy.
Oh no.
And that caused the guy to be aggressive towards me and pulled out his gun and started shooting. Well, so I shot back, and I lost morality because I basically killed an innocent, but it was either killing him or being killed myself.
Yeah. And Farmer Nick.
So now I have his horse.
Yeah. They said Farmer Nick just wow with that last message.
I'm actually kind of surprised that they didn't like say, "Hey, why don't you come with us?"
Pretty much.
Looky here. We got Arthur the lawman.
Oh, let's see.
I think by far the least favorite traffic stop I had. We're getting close to being done with chili harvest. I was riding with my dad. This was, gosh, 12 years ago. Last time we ever harvested chili. Last week, we were done that Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
We're hauling a trailer with the orange triangle.
Take it easy with that stuff.
Moving vehicle. We don't have to have lights.
Oh.
And we don't have to have straps on our trailer.
We found her, guys. We found Karen.
So what's the fastest you guys have all been up to?
Whatever you say.
Doesn't matter if you've been caught or not. What's the fastest everyone's
In what?
their own personal vehicle?
Well, I have always had pretty much 4-cylinder vehicles and not like top, like racing type. I had a Honda hatchback and I've had my wife's car, both up 95-ish.
I had a drag strip truck when I graduated high school. The day after my graduation, I took it to the drag strip and I topped out at, what was it, $150.
Okay. Well, I guess I should rephrase. Personal vehicle that's road legal.
Oh. So, Dom, you're asking what's the fastest you've driven your own car on a highway, essentially?
Basically.
Yeah. $140.
Who said it's on a highway?
Well.
165. What the?
But I'm not including racetracks.
On a straightaway, let's put it that way, because that's where you're gonna get
straightaway. Yeah, straightaway. That would be in my mom's old Kia Sportage. I got 140 in it. Then I blew a tire.
I think
Wait, you blew a tire?
Yeah, at 140 miles an hour.
Oh boy.
I may have been able to get near 100 in my vehicle.
Yeah.
But it's not, like, it's sketchy because there's, at that speed, it just vibrates so much that it's like,
yeah, it wasn't
I
vibrating
don't know.
until the tire blew. And, I need a new pair of shorts after that. Let me put it to you that way.
I can imagine.
Right?
I had to pay for the new tire as well, obviously.
Obviously.
I replaced all the tires because they're starting to split.
Oh.
Never claimed to be the smartest, Dom, alright?
And click.
About you, Fets?
So, what do you think of the place?
Seems fine. For now.
Yep.
I'd have to say somewhere around 90, 95.
Yeah, I may have gone a $120.
In your new car, your Dodge?
My Dodge Charger on a back road.
Ah.
That's when I found out I had warped rotors, and so I had to get that.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was afraid I wasn't gonna stop.
Was it before or after you made it to that speed.
After. I was slowing down.
Sure.
Yes?
Took it to get checked out, and oh, hey, I got warped rotors.
I don't think I've like Mr.'s probably the one that's gone the fastest in my car.
Yep.
I think the other day I seen 80.
Well, the thing is with your vehicle, it will sneak up on you sometimes. Like you don't realize how fast you're going sometimes in it.
Exactly.
That dragster dually, fastest I got that thing up to was 150, 155 if I remember right. But it was natural gas injection, the whole nine.
But Dom, thank you very much for that gift sub to my bot.
Oh, you're welcome. I just noticed it ran out. It was good, and then all of a sudden it ran out.
Yeah.
If you scroll up, it had the. Thought it had it.
Oh.
Kappa.
I'm so glad I don't have the sound turned up in Mr. Stream.
So am I.
It's so bad, guys. It's so bad.
Let's try your ears, okay?
Oh. They were starting to get feeling back in them.
Dom, there's your.
What?
There's your cue. He said his ears were just starting to get better.
Oh. Pork chop?
Yes, and thank you for that
pork
gift
chop.
sub to Farmer Nick as well, Dom. Thank you very much. Really, don't make me.
Comment pork chop at least one of these. Oh, jeez.
Just getting all the gift subs tonight, Mister.
What?
Apparently.
That's the wrong button.
And again as well for 1-2 NNM. Thank you very much, Dom.
Butt spot got me again.
Yep. You know, I'm just gonna wait now, Dom. I did it 3 times. I'm just gonna wait now.
Well, somebody said I only had to give so many more subs.
Who said that?
I don't know.
I did. I said he has 5 more to.
What is it, Mister? Which one is it?
Which one?
He has 2 more now.
Is it the exclamation point or the?
It's hashtag.
Hashtag.
Oh God, Karen's got a gun, guys.
Oh God.
Karen has a gun.
That's concerning in of itself.
Yes.
Miss Karen, how you getting on?
Fine so far. And to think I was once a damsel in distress, and now they got me protecting the men.
Just stay alert.
Oh, I shall do. If anyone tries anything, I'll blow their heads off.
Okay, nice talking to you, Karen.
Oh, you didn't tell them the story of what happened with our pizza tonight, did you?
No, I did not.
So I ordered pizza for dinner.
Hey, Arthur.
And I look over and I order Cinna Sticks. I haven't ordered Cinna Sticks in a long time. And so I really like the regular icing, but I like the cream cheese frosting so much better. So I wanted some of that. It was 99 cents. I mean, you know, nothing, but.
Yeah.
So I called them up, told them, I'm like, do you want her to bring one out, or do you just want a credit on your account? I'll just take a credit on my account. I don't need it. I don't need her to make a special trip out here, you know, just for that, you know.
Maybe I missed it, but I don't think you said that they didn't actually deliver it.
Well, I got all the rest of his stuff. It didn't come with, you know.
Well, no, all I was saying, Heather, is you said that you got them, but you didn't say that when you ordered them that they didn't bring them out here.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you did it. You skipped it.
Okay. I thought it was just me. Maybe I missed it.
No,
Okay, so I ordered pizza, ordered
figured that,
six. I ordered the regular. I ordered Cinnabon cream cheese frosting along with it. The cinnamon cream cheese frosting never came when they delivered the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Are we better now?
Yes. Now the story tracks.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
Alright,
kind
meow.
of assumed, but wait, meow.
I called them up. Told them I never got the extra. So they're like, "Did you get 2 icings in there?" I was like, "Yeah, I didn't. I only wanted the 1 icing. Could substitute out, I would, but." And they're like, "Oh, okay. So you wanted the cream cheese frosting?" "Yes, that's why I ordered cream cheese frosting." Like, "Okay, we can either credit your account or I can have someone bring it out there." And I'm like, "No need to bring one out here, just credit my account." She's like, "Okay, we're so sorry for our mistake. I credited your account $10."
Oh, for 99 cents, they gave you $10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's also because if it took somebody whatever to drive out there, they would have been gone for however long for 99 cents something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because their 99 cents cost them $10, but then again, they probably would have had to pay. So they would have had, because I'm sure they pay for the person's gas or whatever in the car.
Yeah. See, I don't know how that works. I kind of figured that was on the person driving, that whatever they got for tips was to cover that, but I don't know. I've never.
But it's also different because it was somebody in the store's mistake.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is that, like, this is not the first time that's happened. This is probably like the second or third time that it's happened, but we've always just kind of, yeah, whatever, we'll get it next time.
Getting too old for you, am I? That's how it usually works with you, isn't it?
You're delusional. Again.
Won't even look me in the eye, but you look at her all day.
What brings you in here? Doesn't matter what I say, you'll believe whatever fantasy you're currently living in.
Fantasy?
Oh, that's what's going on. Okay.
I do not have the energy for this right now.
Oh, it's written all over you. I'm not stupid, I've been watching.
Oh, that much is painfully clear.
You're playing a dangerous game.
Will you be quiet? I am trying to read here.
Pig!
How are you doing, Molly?
Fine. Fed up of moving all the time.
Yep, just the way it is. Alright, well, I should be getting on.
I need to be alone.
Alright, well, let's get over here. We'll rest, and I think we'll call it here.
No, the driver does not get the delivery fee.
Well, it's not a fee. It's like...
Well, they always state on there that this is not a tip.
What do you mean?
On your receipt or whatever.
Yeah.
The delivery fee. And it says something about this is not a tip.
Right, but it's to cover the cost of the delivery. The tip is for the service, not the delivery itself.
Oh, see, I guess I haven't paid enough attention to it because I didn't know that there was an actual delivery fee on there as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
It's usually like $1.50 or something. It's not that bad.
So I guess going from that standpoint, I don't know why. Like, or wait, Heather, you're saying that fee doesn't actually go to the driver; it just goes to the store.
I don't know. It just says that it's not a tip, so I don't know where it goes to, I guess.
I'll have to look at it just to see what the amounts are, because if that's something that goes to the driver from where we're at, I mean, it's literally like a 2-minute drive to our house. Let's see if it's going to let me save. It is not. Maybe if we get out of camp first. Okay. Camp.
I'll talk to y'all later. I'm gonna hop up top for a bit.
Okay, so. Bye, Frank.
Later, Frank.
User left your channel.
Bye, Frank.
So what I found out, the delivery fee is constant from chain to chain, but rarely does the entire fee go to the driver. Usually, the business itself takes the fee in order to cover drivers' expenses, such as a portion of their gas or other related expenses specific to the delivery driver.
So, yes and no?
Yeah.
So it doesn't cover the whole thing, but it covers part of it.
But it is not a tip and should never be assumed as one. It is literally a fee to bring it out to your house, basically. And it's not. It doesn't go to the driver.
I don't know how I feel about that. Because I was always under the impression that the tip that you were giving them was for them bringing it to your house. But now if the business itself is also charging a delivery fee, I don't know, it just... Because I always thought that the driver, their tip was always because they had to pay for their own gas and everything else. Alright. Well, I was finally able to save that, so I think this is where I'm going to call it, guys. Those of you that are in TeamSpeak, I very much appreciate y'all being here and hanging out.
Thanks for having us.
And I will talk to you next time.
Later, mister.
Yep. Y'all have a good one.
Sound muted.
Alright, those of you that are watching on YouTube, I very much appreciate y'all being here and hanging out. And until next time, y'all have a good one. And as always, stay safe.